When I was 35, he was a very good year. It was a very good year for blue-blooded girls of independent means. We'd ride in limousines, their chauffeurs would drive. When I was 35.
Okay, anyways, thank you all much for coming. This is all Twyla's party. I'm only doing this so that we make sure that everybody participates. As you all know, Twyla is the kind of person that we both are, that we really appreciate the networking and the friends that we have, and that you all know each other, and that we work together and love each other and like each other and all that. So, it's very important that you all meet each other and not feel uncomfortable and not feel like, well, I went to a party and I didn't talk to anybody and I didn't meet anybody. I hate when I go to parties like that. Yeah. You want to meet the people you're with because it's your friends are valuable and they're all so valuable to Twyla and me for sure. So, Twyla, well, there's no real program other than the fact that we're going to do a singing the birthday at the end of this thing, but we want to invite friends who want to say anything about Twyla to come up to the mic, keep it to 1 or 2 minutes at the most. And we're not pushing anybody on the spot. If you want to come and say something about Twyla, you remember a funny story, or you want to give her some advice on how to live a long life, or maybe she'll tell you how to do it. So Twyla is 76 today. Not today, but close, 76. And she missed her 75th party last year. We were going to have a big one, but COVID sort of held that back. So this is sort of like a 76 consolation birthday party. And we're having it to just the intimate friends here in this special place that we love. So Twyla, let's give her a nice round of applause. Happy birthday, Twyla.
I would probably prefer not speaking, but I guess I have to get used to public speaking because I've been taking acting lessons down in Royal Oak for acting for the screen, for film. You'll have to see my memorizing, though, is not up to par. So that's part of it. You got to learn how to talk. So I really appreciate everybody being here. I mean that, really. Every person here is the top of the list. Literally. You were the first to be invited, and you were all accepted to be here, and I so appreciate it. Thank you. Bill wants you to say something nice about me. So, I guess Devon will begin, and Devon, when you're finished, hand the mic back to Bill. Put him on the spot.
Yeah, but before Devon does say something, Twyla just mentioned that she's taking acting classes. It doesn't mean, she's already an actress. I don't know if you knew that. She did acting before. She's been in plays, and she was a stand-up comedian for a while. And now she sits down and she's funny, but she's still funny. And right now she's practicing for a role in her new class. That's a woman who's really troubled and does drugs and really down and really all sorts of problems. And she's like a method actor, so it's very hard for her to get out of that character to come to a party where we're all celebrating. So if she gets a little dark, that's because she's doing her role.
She's a character.
So here's one of the great musicians in Detroit area, flutist, here from Blunch, Jackson.
Hey, thank you very much.
My name is Blunch, and I run the City Council in Hamtramck Park. And these people have helped me tremendously, and I just want to say thank you. Just by throwing my name on it, you know. But anyway, I love Twyla. I fell in love with her when I first met her and Bill. I would just love them to death. Especially Bill, because he come to some gigs with me, and we be jamming. I say, Bill, let's do this. He said, no, that's a single part. I said, we're gonna just try it. Then we start jamming, and he like, I just love Twyla. She comes to all Bill's stuff, and I get to see her all the time. See, a lot of times, when husband has spouses, the spouses don't show up. I tell you one thing, she's a real trooper. Because I don't know if everybody can deal with the loud music, but man, she can deal with it. And she's the most wonderful person, personally, that you ever could know. And I appreciate her friendship and everything else to go along with it, especially Mr. Bill, because we play a lot together. And I'm just thankful to the both. I feel like when it's her birthday, it's his birthday. When it's his birthday, it's her birthday. It's all the birthdays. So happy birthday to everyone. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Devon. Yeah, that's very nice. Thank you, Devon. Okay, good. Well, do we have a sign-in sheet here? I feel like I'm doing the jam session at Bert's. Okay, well, just whatever you raise your hand. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll all meet each other before this is over. Because you all had to sit at one end and the other, and you didn't get to meet the other people. But here's Carol Lane, and we could give a bio on everyone we know here, because you all have wonderful experiences with us. Carol, we're going to hold it off so that we'll keep it short for people to talk. Carol Lane, a dear friend.
You can see her.
All of you know me. I'm not just letting you know about her. You already know that she's an incredible cook.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm foolish enough to invite her to my house and think, what am I going to make? Oh my God, I walked in, we watched cook, and oh my God, I thought it was something really special. It didn't matter. She's so special. She didn't care. She's just a kind of person that just is incredibly soft and loving and caring about everybody. And I'll tell you what, I will never try to cook like you because I'll never be able to. But there's so many things that we've done together. We used to meet at that, before the pandemic was went on, we used to meet for coffee. And what was the name of that? 1923. We did that for years. And it was just, and we laughed the whole time we were there. Laugh about everything and anything. And it was like an escape. Because there's so much insanity going on in the world that allowed us to be close and laughing. Just say forget it, say nice. And I really love you because I think you're incredible.
Okay, Sherry Wells. Now we have a lot of activists here in the group, folks. A lot of people who want to change the world, make the world better for all of us. We all have different ways of doing it, of course, but we all are out there on the streets protesting to fight injustice and poverty and racism and all sorts of stuff like that. Sherry's one of these people, one of our dear activist friends.
And one of the things I insisted was that the Great Panthers has a picnic south of 8 Mile Road last August. And I made sure that Bill and Twyla were invited. And our Great Panthers calls it a convener instead of a chair or president. And the guy said, well, I remember Twyla, who was really active in Great Panthers when we first started it in Detroit in the 70s, which I didn't know about her. And he said, but it was a much younger Twyla. I had to tell Randy, you were younger than too, Randy.
That's right. Twyla was on the founding committee of the Great Panthers of Michigan and Detroit. And she didn't have gray hair then. But now she doesn't either.
Somebody's birthday. Can I interrupt? Can you have some shots?
Yeah!
This is Mario. Okay. He owns the place here. And it's his birthday. We're going to sing happy birthday to you when we do all the cakes. When we bring the
Let's
cakes.
skip the happy birthday. Let's have some shots.
Oh, okay. There's nice shots for anyone who wants them. All right, Mario. Let's hear it for Mario. I actually don't know anything about this. So somebody can help. Okay.
Jack makes you wet. Jack makes you wet.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, continuing on with our little remarks about Twyla. Here's our dear friend Hassan. Nuash. Hassan.
Hello, and wonderful friends, and Twyla is much deserving. Twyla is very special. I will tell you why. I mean, you think that she lives in the shadow of Bell, and I have concluded not so, because she is her own leader. Getting some competition here. Yeah, I'm getting some competition over in the back. So it would be nice. I am thrilled to actually say a few words about my dear Twyla. I have known her since the late 70s in Royal Oak. And I discovered, although you may experience her as aloof, but she is one of the warmest human beings that you could ever experience. And not only that, but in terms of leadership, she's the one that leads Bill, because Bill cannot do anything unless Twyla says yes. This is the way it should be. This is my greetings from One-Eye Jack Hassan, because I just had some surgery on my eye, and I am sorry to be in camouflage. But have a wonderful day, all of you. Remember, Twyla also leads Women in Black, and it has been since the Afghan War. Thank you very much, Twyla, for our life. Okay.
Thank you. So now I would like everyone to order dessert and enjoy yourself. And oh, we're not done, Bill says, because you all have to sing me happy birthday before you can get cake. But Bill had.
Hi, sweetie. So, anybody else want to say anything? Okay. Keith?
Here's to Twyla, dear friend, along, of course, with Bill. I've known them for many, many years and love them very much. But I just have to tell you that if you are trying to embrace Twyla and let her know how much you care about her, don't do it if Tanya's around. Because Tanya will tear your face off. But Tanya's sweet. Okay.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Keith. Okay, I meant to say. Yeah. I don't know how to do this. There it goes. Okay. Well. All right. There's a few things I forgot to say. If you didn't get to see the photographs, they're down there, and there's a set here that took me a lot of time, like over an hour, to put them all together last night. Yes. So we waited till the last minute for this picture thing. She didn't think I was going to do it, but I did get something together. So these are like 1/100th of the amount of photographs we have of Twyla. So unfortunately, we just didn't prepare to put enough of them out right now. So I'm going to make a slideshow, and I'll send it to all of you guys, and you can all look at whatever ones you want to. And Twyla is a beautiful lady, and you can see how beautiful she was all her life, and all her many different stages. Yes. So, Carol, our niece, Carol Novak.
So I joined this family, which is quite large, at a very young age, and it was very intimidating because I come from a very small family. So I'm trying to get everybody to understand who's who and what's what. And Twyla was always very quiet in the corner at events, but I came across something that seemed to sum up how I read Antonia. And it was a yin-yang that on one side said, do no harm, and on the other side, take no shit.
That's her, all right? That's her. I like the idea that song said, though, yes. Everything I've done is because of Twyla, because she wouldn't let me do anything. I think she would let me do it, I didn't do it, so.
Say that again, Neil.
Here's Kit.
What did you say? Okay, hello everybody, hello. I will keep this short and sweet. I know Twyla and Bill from City Council here in Hamtramck and local politics, and I don't think anybody's said it yet, so it needs to be said. Twyla is a style icon. Always immaculately dressed. I've been the lucky recipient of some of Twyla's clothes that she's passed on, so I feel very fortunate. Taste in general, the house, interior design, just amazing eye for design, true inspiration for me. So thank you, Twyla. My friend Amber and I always say we love Bill, but Twyla is the cool one in the relationship. Of style. So, thank you for inspiring us all.
Kit, we love you. Thank you very much for coming today. Yes. Despite what you said about me. Okay. Now we're going to introduce you to a gentleman who has to leave right first. This is a gentleman. He's a gentleman. He's my grandson. He was a little kid like this. Now he's a gentleman. He's bigger than me. This is my oldest grandson, Twyla's oldest grandson, Scotty.
Yeah, unfortunately I have to leave because I have something to do earlier. But I'd like to say it's nice to see every one of you guys. You know, I haven't seen a lot of you in many years, I would say. So it's really nice to see everybody here with my, nanny. It's awesome. She loves you guys. I know you guys have been around my whole life, so I've grown to know most of you guys, and I'm sure I know all of you, but I don't remember, so. But I would just like to say, I love my nanny very much. She's the best, and it's always been wonderful living right behind her up until the past couple, go right across the alley, house, and it's always been great. And as Frida, all I can say is she's just wonderful, and there's many. So, yeah, that's all I always say. Happy birthday, and I'm glad I could make it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Scott. I got a little battery. Hang on. Here's Dorothy.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I met Twyla some years ago, and we were always comparing passions and everything, but I think she has me beat. But there was a concert that I was buying ticket from Twyla, and I could not go, so I asked one of my friends to go. And she was to meet Twyla, I believe it was at the International Institute. So when she got there, she was looking all around, and I didn't tell her that Twyla was home. So she had to announce who she was looking for. And she was so impressed with Twyla because she was such a down-to-earth person. She said, "Is your husband black?" And Twyla had to say no. But this is because she's such a down-to-earth person and she collaborates with everybody. So, thank you.
Thank you, Dorothy. So what's funny is who's coming up? Linda was going to speak next. Yeah, Linda's going to speak next, but I want to mention that Didn't you guys meet at the Value World? I think you, no, you and Dorothy.
We're all Value.
So here's Linda, who used to work at Value World. Right here on Joseph Campo. Linda, my dear friend, Linda Rennick.
Hey everyone, I'm so happy to be here. So I used to be the cashier at Value World when I first moved here to Hamtramck, and Twyla here was our main customer. She always bought very intricate things at Value World, but what I loved about Twyla is I was going through a very difficult time with working at Value World, dealing with some stuff, and she was there to support me. And this kind of leads me into another part of Twyla that I really admire, and it's her ability to have so many opinions and passion, but know how to be steadfast and the ability to hold her tongue at the times when you need to. And that is not easy. So, you know, I think sometimes when people first meet Twyla, there's a sense of just maybe being in the shadows or quiet, but that's not who I've learned you to be at all. And I really appreciate that, and it's something I'm learning to do in my life is you can be passionate, you can have all these ideas, you can be opinionated, but how do you use that force to change society and help change opinions and views and really be able to be an influence? And I feel like Twyla has become that, a big influence here in Hamtramck, and all over whomever she reaches, she's able to do that, and I admire the hell out of that. Twyla, yes. Besides her being a fashion icon, funny, beautiful, I mean, interior designer, you know, a woman of the house, someone that can hold this man feeling accountable and strong. And, I mean, I don't know who would go be without Twyla. So, but beyond that, you know, Twyla, you're amazing, and I'm just so glad to have you as a friend, and I love you.
Thank you so much, Linda. That's one of the tasks she's had in life is to put up with me. And you gotta really be strong if you want to put up with me. So hey, you know, Twyla loves her garden. She gardens every year, and she has an amazing garden that I feel so bad that it's in our backyard, and very few people come over to see her garden. Not enough people. It's a lot of work she puts into it, and I don't understand flowers as much as I should. And I feel like if any of you appreciate gardening, if you could come and visit Twyla in her garden, I think her work should be seen by more people. It's people don't go to neighbors like they used to in the old days. So if any of you can come by and visit and see her garden, see the work she does, and help her carry the bags of stuff that I can't carry anymore, that would be nice. Well, anyways, here's Shirley.
Okay. Now, I'm going to start off by saying I met Twyla in a very unique way. My son had been going to the movie sessions, and so he said, Mom, why don't you come and go with me? I met Twyla, and then I realized something. She's really, really closer to me than we ever would have known. I was born 4 doors from where she lives. Wow. So I became even more endeared to this wonderful woman. She's irreplaceable. Thank you. My friend Twyla.
Like I said, I could say a lot about this next person, but I'm just going to say she's one of my dear friends, Sharon Phillip. Sharon Phillip, another activist.
So, I've been thinking ever since this started what to say. The thing that I want to say is I love Twyla. Twyla is such a real friend. I can tell her anything. We share so much. We share politics. To be able to talk to somebody and say how you feel about the world without worrying about ending your friendship is just really wonderful. I love Bill and Twyla together. I just think they're the most amazing couple. And they help each other and they support each other. It's just a treat to watch them. And it's a treat to watch Twyla be in such a wonderful way. And she's just such a nice person. And I love all her friends. It's just, I mean, looking around this room, there are so many wonderful people I love. So happy birthday, and I hope that you go on for a very long time.
This is our next door neighbor from Royal Oak. Well, we lived there for 15 years. Mike and Jean Sarnacki, and they were our best friends, best neighbors. And her, are you going to say it or am I going to say it? Yeah, I want to introduce it in a special way, because we lived on Maple Street, they lived on the right of us, and another house 2 doors down, Sandy, the 3 women have their birthdays on the same day, May 21st, neighbors, right next to one.
Wow. So, on our street, May 21st was like a week-long holiday. Every household had their family things, but we were very like, no, we have to do something as well. So there are many restaurants who probably still remember the 3 of us and our husbands. There was the restaurant that Bill arranged where we actually got to cook in the kitchen. There was the restaurant where the ladies who were at another table flashed the Ford dealers. Remember by Harmony Park? Oh, you remember they flashed them? Yes, we egged them on though. And we just have so many wonderful memories. There was the birthday where Bill arranged for pony rides for the block. So all the kids got pony rides. So to have them as neighbors was a wonderful blessing. Our children to this day remember meals. I recently made a faux potato salad using radishes. And we once had a meal together where you had to bring something that no one else, mystery meal. So you couldn't bring something that was easily recognizable. So we had a lot of fun being creative and inventive. Of course, Twyla was a mastermind for most of this. And we don't live near each other, we don't see each other as much as we used to, but our memories are strong, and our children said to say happy birthday. Thank you very much.
Oh, sweet.
Thank you for letting me.
And the other half of that is phenomenal. She, my next door neighbor, and one of my dearest, best neighbors in my life. Is there other neighbors here? No. This is my favorite neighbor I've ever had. He's a tremendous photographer. He took a lot of those pictures, by the way, that are up there. His name's Mike Sarnacki.
I really wasn't planning to say anything, but Bill and Twyla are like my brother and sister. I respect that hell out of Bill. I can't tell you. He travels the world of music, and he travels the world of social justice. And this woman next to him has been with him, step by step for ages. So I won't bore you with my thoughts. I know everyone wants to talk, but I got another birthday lady over here behind me that's and the whole family waiting for us. So anyway, thank you all.
But I just want to say the birthday pony was my birthday present. She's remember that I gave Bill. I had the pony rented for.
And remember, this is Twyla's party, it's not mine, so you can say nice things about me, I appreciate it. But she's the lady that kept me alive all these years. Thank you.
So I just want to say that Twyla has the ability to be utterly surprising. I had known her for 20 years, and we shared many a conversation about where to buy wonderful secondhand clothes, because it's a passion I have as well. But I remember just last year, and remember I'm a theater person, so I'm always used to people always promoting themselves all the time and telling you why they're so whatever. And but we were having a outdoor, I think, birthday party, and I had known Twyla for 20 years at least, and that was the first time that I learned that not only is she a style icon, but she was a professional model for many years. And that's part of the reason why she's so beautiful and knows how to put together a fashion style. So she can surprise.
That was a surprise because I was not a professional model. I just took one picture. One. That looks great. That's my story right there.
She doesn't even remember. She did a lot more than one photo. She was a model for a while. But anyways, next, I'm trying to keep it in order. I think Sharon, my sister, Sharon Meyer, she's got the same name, so you might as well be my sister, Sharon. But wait till you hear her accent, and you know she's not my sister.
Okay, I'm hoping you're all going to be able to hear me through this mask, because I was a little nervous going up to the microphone with the whole COVID thing. But anyway, first of all, I want to say happy birthday, Twyla. And Twyla's a beautiful soul, as you all know. And I know we go back a little while with Twyla and Bill, because the grandson was this high, and now he's this high.
Yeah, right.
So we've gone on vacation with Bill and Twyla. So we went to New Orleans, and we've gone to Traverse City more than once with them. And we've always had such a good time. And Twyla does have a really good eye for fashion. And she took me once to a resale shop. And I go, Twyla, I can't find anything in here. She says, hold on a minute, Sharon. And she went and she pulled me this dress. Not the dress I'm wearing today, but it was fabulous. And I couldn't understand how she was able to find something that fit me and everything. She was like perfect. So she knows the style and for other people, and she's amazing. And you're loved very much, Twyla. You're a lovely soul. Okay? And that's it. And we love your film things. We go to their film things. We know a lot of you from there. So who's next? Who's? All right, I did it. Oh, who's going next?
Just want to thank you, Sharon. Did you figure out where she's from? Ireland. What a beautiful accent. I love that. One of my favorite. And I want to say something about Twyla spending money on clothes. I mean, really, I couldn't have done better in my life. She has spent about, in her whole life, less money than some people spend in a week on clothes. I don't know how she finds these deals. She finds them everywhere. She comes home with a tape. Look, this was $149. Look how much this is. $349 or something like that. Really? Brand new $150 dress or whatever. She can find them everywhere. So here's our dear friend Jamila, who we met through our film group, matter of fact, and she's into film world too. Let's welcome Jamila.
Okay, I had to say something because, hi everybody, this is familiar faces. I did meet Twyla and Bill at Birds at a film screening because he took a picture of me and sent it to me. And it was a Billy Holiday tribute something. So anyway, I met them and forever now we're friends. And it was during the time that I really was giving up on just humans, period, just humans. And I was caregiving my grandmother. And meeting her and Bill really just gave me a whole new, and the film friends, because it was so much racial tension, so many like a lot of things I was going through, you guys just inspired me, and I really appreciate meeting you. And this was a reminder that God is real. Just like I came here and that seat was open for me, and Miss Even Sandra was right across the way from me, my good old God aunt. So they're a reminder that there is something higher than us, and I am a true firm believer of something greater than the human race, and it's God, because He created the sky, and so you remind me of God, because you're a beautiful woman.
Thank you, Jamila. And Jamila, I told her when we first met her, I said, I don't know any other Jamilas except one, and that's Jamila, the Palestinian revolutionary in Algeria. The Algerian, they made movies about her and everything with Jamila, same name. So we introduced her to that great heroine, I guess we'd say, Jamila. What was her last name? Bakray. Yes. So we know each other through politics, we know each other through music, through clothing, through gardening, through all sorts of different ways of connecting. Sometimes people don't agree with some politics we have and all. A lot of us are on the left on politics, and even we don't agree on the left. I mean, we're always. But one thing for sure is that Twyla and I are about as close politically as you can get, and we still argue all the time. I mean, how close can you get? And you find something that you just don't agree on, because it sort of keeps you awake, you know. And Twyla, people used to laugh. Our favorite friend, Hubie Crawford, the bass player, who we loved, who's that's the name of man. He always used to say, "It's the Bill and Twyla show," you know, because we'd always be like arguing or doing something weird on the bandstand. But I did something that was said earlier. I don't want to mention. I guess it's my time to say something. Okay. Twyla is a true supporter of my lifestyle, of my career, of my music. She comes with me to support. I don't think only to support me. She has fun doing it. She enjoys the people that come. She loves music as much as I do. But it's so nice to have your partner with you on most of the things you do in your life. I mean, she's with me almost all the time. So we've been married 55 years. A long time. They just add up. It goes so fast. So I had my birthday party 2 years ago, my 75th. It was a big one, and so most of you were able to come to that. And now Twyla was going to have her 75th last year, but because of COVID we couldn't, so we're doing her 76th today. 76 is much better. She didn't want a party. I had to push her into having a party. It was very hard. Oh, what?
I'm so glad I did.
Whoa, all right, check that out. She was against this all the way. I think she's just nervous about doing it. So, why didn't you want to do it?
I just didn't want to.
So, I think she didn't think she was, I don't know, I hope she didn't think she was not special enough to have a party, that she didn't have friends that loved her and all that. I know she don't think that, because I wanted her to have a party because I want her to know she has lots of friends, and especially come by and visit her garden, because I would really love to see her talk to people about her garden, because I can't answer questions or anything like that. I know nothing about flowers and plants. So some of you are gardeners out there. Others, just come by and visit anytime you want, like in the old days. I miss the old days. There's pictures up here you'll see. You know, remember when people used to come to your house, they didn't call you, they just come and sit on the porch, and you'd sit on the porch and hang out for all night long and stuff like that. Life has changed. We all have our private lives, and it's hard to stay connected. And as life goes on, you meet new people, just like new music. If you don't play the old music, you don't see the old friends and stuff like that. But dear friends are the most valuable things. As you can see, most of the people here are friends. We have very little family here, although we have a big family. It's our friends that are so important to us, and we appreciate all. But I think Twyla would have said that, but she's sort of shy. Do you want to say anything else? Anybody else want to say anything?
We love you!
Shelly, did you want to say something? Oh, by all means. Shelly? Yeah, come on up. Shelly is, yeah, I'll bring you the mic. Shelly is a tremendous singer, if you don't know that, by Shelly K.
Actually, that's what I want to do for you. All right. And you guys might recognize the song, but I'm going to accommodate the song for you. All right. She has no complaints and no regrets. She still believes in chasing dreams and placing bets. And she has learned that all she gives is all she'll get. She gives it all she got. She has all her dreams. She paid and drank her fill. And even though she's satisfied, y'all, she hungry still. To see what's down another road, way, way beyond the hill, and do it all again. So here's to life, all the joys it brings. Yes, here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. Make all your joys be weathered, and all that's good, Lord, will make it better. Here's to life, Here's to love. Here's to you.
Bringing it back to the world of music and the power of music. That just moved me so much. Thank you. Twyla and I live music all our lives. And music is so emotional. You can just hear a melody and it makes you feel totally different. And that song brings back so many memories. And Shelley is such a wonderful singer. And as we have many singers here today, Audrey Orange is a great singer, Simon Johnson, and we're so thrilled that you were able to be here. And thanks for bringing music into this, because I played a little music in the background. Just, you don't know how valuable music is in life. Sometimes it can be background and it still does something. Yeah, it can save your life. Music is very powerful and emotional, especially if you take it that way. And Twyla and I have gotten through many times through music. And by sharing music, by her coming to gigs and all that, that means I don't have to tell her about the gig, because she was there with me. So when I get home, I know to say, wow, you know what we did there, or she was there, so that's cool. Anyways, anyone else want to say anything? I think that's like a fitting closer for me. I mean, that was brought it around to real life. Thank you so much. Oh, Karen, oh good, by all means. Karen Deliere, who came a long way from Ann Arbor.
I met Twyla and Bill after I'd gone to Palestine, Israel for the first time, right after 9/11. And I got involved, needless to say, in telling the story, repeating what we'd seen. And I was with a group of women, I'm not quite sure, we were local women who were going to help a national organization put on an event. And we got into the room where the meeting was scheduled, and we were all sort of all over the place. But Twyla, she really got into executive mode, and she really whipped us into shape, and we put on a great event. I was so impressed with what a great boss she was when it needed to be done. And I have to say, I'm also really impressed and hopeful about her getting involved in acting, because I think she'll be amazing. And I think that's another career. So I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing and maybe participating also. Anyways, thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen. I don't know if you heard me say earlier, but Twyla has been acting before. She was in several plays. One play. Can we talk about the one play you did downtown?
Yes.
Can we talk about that one? Yes, you know about it, Kay.
It's only because when I auditioned, they accepted me. I really was shook. All right. I went to this okay, I was looking for an acting class, and because I didn't know what to do with myself, and so I couldn't find anything, and I ended up at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle, taking a stand-up comedy class instead of an acting class, because it was nearby and I could do it. So I did this stand-up comedy thing, and then after that, I met a bunch of people there who were great people who would have been here today, a couple of them, but one person didn't want to come because she hasn't had her shots. She can't take them, so yeah. Anyway, from there I ended up getting a call to audition on the telephone for a play that was going to be at 1515 Broadway. And it was a play about 6 lesbians and our life together. And so I auditioned on the phone just because I read through the entire play, and it was interesting in it. Well, do you all remember back in the day when Hugh Hefner came out with Playboy? I remember it from back then, and how curious it was to me that women could be, models. And I always thought it was exciting and interesting. Well, part of this play ended with, and my friend Pat saw it, didn't you, Pat? Right. I saw it. Yeah, I know. And so, a sight unseen, from auditioning, I got accepted for the part. And the part included becoming naked and doing like a photo shoot in front of an audience, which I did. And we ran for 7 weeks. And the review read, all these women did this and these characters did this, and the last character was Glory, played by a grandmother from Hamtramck. Yeah. Period.
Yeah.
She's never told that story. I saw the play, and she was a very convincing lesbian. And I said, well, you are a good actress, you know.
When I was 35, he was a very good year. It was a very good year for blue.